Are live on YouTube. Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? This part of the San Francisco Bay Trail is very windy. And without this, uh, whatever you guys like to call it, right? Guys and gals. I'm just not going to say guys in general because even women call other women guys now, right? What's up, guys? What's up, guys, right? You know my thoughts about, women just saying what's up, guys, right? When they're gals. What's up, gals, right? What's up, gals? Queen? The queen is here. You're good. Hello, Lewis. Excellent, queen. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was just saying how, women out here on YouTube, women YouTubers will say, what's up, guys? And they're talking to guys and girls, right? They're just generalizing that both men and women are referred to as guys, right? Boy, it is windy as hell, I'll tell you that. But I feel good, and I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this 4 mile, about an hour and a half hour walk here. We're on the San Francisco Bay Trail. I love this trail. I've done a couple videos out here in 4K at 60 frames per second, and more to come. But you remember this part of the San Francisco Bay Trail, Queen? And it looks like parts of it are dry this time, so we may not see a lot of water along the way. There's some water up ahead, but it looks like it's pretty dry. Oh boy. All right. It's much more spectacular when it's filled with water. But the good thing about it is this, is that it is windy, and because there's not a lot of water, the wind is not as chilly. So it's actually a nice day. It's actually right around 70 degrees, but even though it may be 70 over by my car, on this trail, because it's right by the water, it can get 10 to 15 degrees cooler. So I was debating on whether to wear a jacket or not. And I said, screw it, I'm good. No jacket, no gloves, it's summertime. Got the workout outfit on, and we're ready to rock and roll, right? Is my collar looking all right? I think it is. Who cares? I'm working out. So how's everyone doing today? How many of you had a chance to view my live stream from earlier today? It was a pretty good stream. If you missed the last two streams, I did one last night and I did one earlier today. The one earlier today was about an hour and a half. The one last night was about an hour. So it's not a whole lot of content like some streams out there. People will run them for 4 or 5 hours. To catch up, you just need a couple hours or so if you're behind, and if you care to catch up, right? So anyway, I'm just gonna wait for there are a couple people coming on the other side. So I'm gonna pull up to the side here in a second. And let me just check out the chat while I wait for people to pull on by. Hey, Lewis, how are you? Is Lewis actually here? Or was he was here earlier, huh? Yeah, he was here earlier just giving me a like. Well, we have a great topic to discuss here today while I'm on this walk. And it's a topic that's really resonated more so with many men. Many men are wondering, what do women really want nowadays? How do you get through to a woman? How do you tell women that they're behaving more masculine than feminine without annoying them? Even though it's the truth, they don't want to hear it. And why do they really even get annoyed? Why do women get annoyed when we say you're acting more masculine than feminine? Well, maybe it's the truth. That's the reason why. The only thing that typically annoys people is the truth, right? When you call people out on the truth, they get annoyed. If you're saying something about them that isn't true, they'll just say, it's not true, man. You're just trying to upset me, right? But the truth hurts, right? But here's the thing. The truth may hurt, but at the same time, the truth shall set you free, right? The truth shall set you free. Wow, this tree is pretty low. I'm going to pull on over to the side here and let the people behind me pass, because I'm probably going to be stopping and checking the chat out along the way. So I'm going to pull over here to the side. Oh, the people behind me went another route. Okay. Hey, BWYA Gaming. Hello, Eli. Been really busy this Sunday, spending time with family day. That's great. Queen says, hello, gaming. Hi, Queen says, gaming. Rip says, why do you think I'm the lone wolf? Speaking the truth is never popular, especially shared sarcastically. Queen says, hello, Riff. Riff, hello, Queen. Riff says, hello, BWYA Gaming. All right, folks, how's the audio coming through in the video? Because it is very, very windy. I'll show you. Can you see how windy it is? Look, it is extremely windy on this trail always, on this part of the SF Bay Trail. So I just want to make sure that the audio sounds okay. Let me know while I'm in the shade here. Right, the truth hurts, Riff. The Wookiee testicle is working wonders. Well, that's great, bro. You see, here's the thing. People keep making fun of this windscreen by my face, right? Like it's a giant testicle, right? But if I took this thing off, okay, let me do this. Let me take this thing off, and I'm going to tell you folks. Okay, so I'm now walking without the windscreen on. Now, how much wind noise are you hearing, right? You want to hear the difference? I'm going to keep talking while I put the windscreen back on, okay? I put the windscreen back on. The windscreen is back on. Now, you tell me what the difference is. I just did it for you live on the air. Can you tell the difference? BWYA Gaming, Riff Magos, Queen Helen Casey. Let me pull over to the side here. Yep, I get it, Eli. Big difference. I'm being honest. The Wookiee testicle is a wonderful thing. Good evening, host Eli. Good evening, Lewis Fuller. How you doing? Riff Magos. It is still a Wookiee testicle, however. Well, that's great, bro. That's great. Whatever you want to call it, it works. I just did a demonstration live on the air of what the difference is. You won't be able to hear shit come out of my mouth if this thing is not on. Anyway, just going to wait for a few more people to pop on in, and then we're going to get to the topic here, because this is going to be an interesting discussion. And Riff, I know this topic is right up your alley. It's right up your alley, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of back and forth coming in from the chat. We've got 17 people in the box. We've got 6 thumbs up, 18 people in the box now. Thank you so much for being here and spending your Sunday with me. I appreciate it. Coach Eli has a lot of love for each and every one of you. Gosh, I love this trail. I love this. Just want to show you what I see. Just for a little bit here. Show you what I see. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer before we get right to it. I'll be on the dirt part of the trail in just a little bit. We've got a lady coming. think that's a lady. No, that's a guy. Oh, that's a dude. It's a dude. I think that shaved his legs. Let me just wait over here. All right. That was a dude that looks like Justin Timberlake. Yeah, Justin Timberlake is out here in Redwood Shores. You know, they call this part of Redwood City Redwood Shores because it's right by the shore. Well, Justin Timberlake could afford to live out here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ever visited, maybe to buy a summer home or something. Anyway. All right, let's just get right to it, folks. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. Live from the SF Bay Trail, the San Francisco Bay Trail in beautiful Redwood Shores, California. Zip code 94065. This is episode number 112. Like the group 112. Where do we go? What must I do? 'Cause I can't live without your love. If guys talk like that nowadays, you get immediately friend zoned. Or you get a restraining order on you, right? What happened to those days, man? I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Why can't you be all nice and sweet to women anymore nowadays? I'll tell you on this show why. Well, you can be, but you have to balance it out, right? You can't tell women, 'cause I can't live without your love. Thinking of you makes me feel, baby, that I am the only one for you. Girl, I want to be with you. My God. And that song came out in the early 90s, right? We're looking at less than 30 years ago. You can still serenade women, right? And sing them all these sweet love songs, right? And they would eat that up. And then you would get the pee, right? They would eat that up. They would melt. They would say, "Oh, you're such a sweet guy." And then they would start spreading them, right? With no disrespect to you ladies, okay? But that's all it took, right? Nowadays, you got these rap songs saying, "I fucked your bitch, I fucked your bitch," right? You have songs like that, right? They have no meaning, right? It's all nasty and dirty, right? No wonder why we're all so messed up, right? That's part of the reason. All right. Here we go. We're on the dirt part of the trail. You folks tell me, is this a trail you would walk on? Beautiful, right? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I have my shades on. Have my hiking boots on, even though this is an easy trail. There is dirt, so I do wear my hiking boots on this. It's just much more comfortable. And there are rocks on the ground too. So it's much more comforting on the feet. But yeah, you can't be all sweet anymore, right? I mean, I used to sing songs to my high school sweetheart. Like, you folks remember the group Atlantic Star? The song Always, right? I would sing to my girl in high school. I'd say, "Girl, you are to me all that a woman should be, and I dedicate my life to you always." You can't do that anymore, right? And we both know that our love will grow and forever It will be you and me. Nope. Not anymore. Man. 60% divorce rate. I bet in 10 or 20 years from now, that number will get up to 70 or 75%. 3 out of every 4 people, or 3 out of every 4 couples that get married will end up in divorce. Because the system is so messed up, right? But you know what's funny? That group Atlantic Star that sang that song, Always, I Will Love You So for Always, also had a song called Secret Lovers. Secret lovers, that's who we are. Yeah, see, secret lovers, right? That's what you get nowadays. I think Atlantic Star was beginning to see a change in the trend, right, of relationships, right? A change in humanity, right? Look at how beautiful today is. They have come through and they have done maintenance on this trail. Like Queen, you tell me, Queen Riff, BWYA, you look at this. This is a well-maintained trail. Look, it's nice and trim on the sides too. Like, this is beautiful. Beautiful. And you have some people over there walking their kids. You have some offices around here. It's just absolutely beautiful. I actually feel really, really good. It's not too cold, not too hot. The wind is high. But because it's windy, it's keeping me cool. If there was no wind, I'd be hot right now. This is perfect. This is a perfect day for a walk on this trail. I'll get to the chat, folks, in just a second. Let me check out the chat right now. Hey, Betty Bum, that is a nice trail. Are you a troll? Queen says, yes, it is beautiful. Good track for cycling, says Riff. Absolutely. I don't think they allow bikes on here, though. We're taking the piss and using the material we're so wonderfully provided. That's all good, dude. Today's music is about, yep, you're right, about bad stuff, like you said there, Queen. Eli, we aren't trolling, just having fun. I understand that. What he desperately needs is a vocal coach. All right. You're right. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue the truth, right? The truth speaks for itself, right? So yeah, I mean, part of me growing up, I loved that music of the 80s and 90s, like the love ballads, right? Especially the power ballads. Like, what do you call it? What's that group? Foreigner, right? You know, I don't want to live without you. Live without your love. Great songs, right? Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. At least when you're first trying to get to know a girl, right? Now, after you've been dating a woman for a while, if you're a cool dude, you're a masculine man, and you know, she's into you, and she knows you're not a sissy. Yeah, then you can play those love songs, right? And it's all good, right? But you can't use these songs anymore to get the girl initially, right? You can't get the girl nowadays being dependent on this music, right? And then there's another song by Foreigner. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. That'd be like me, meeting with one of these women that really like me, like for a match, right? And then I meet her, right? I say, hey, it's Eli, nice to meet you. I've been waiting For a girl like you. I should do that and see what happens, right? I should, like, the next girl I meet from Match.com, I should serenade her with foreigners. I've been waiting for a girl like you, right? Right? And then look at her face get all turned off, right? This guy's a loser, right? This guy's a beta male, right? A suck up, right? And then I'll say, hey, just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Listen, I understand it's the modern world and you ladies are all empowered and shit, right? Like I would be like, the joke's on you, not me, right? I'm just making fun of the modern world. Here we go. We got some water here. Queen, is your favorite part of these streams out here, is it the water? Is it the beauty? I understand you like the content too, but you tell me, is this your favorite part? I'm actually powering through this walk pretty quickly. Like, I feel incredible today. I feel so alive, even at age 47 and a half. Got lots of energy. And I wonder how I'm going to feel in a few weeks, in 2.5 weeks, when I go back to Walgreens in my local area for my second Pfizer shot. That should be interesting, right? I'll keep you folks in the loop. But yeah, today we are going to be discussing, ladies, here's what it takes to get and keep a high value man. Ladies, here's what it takes to get and keep a high value man, all right? It's actually pretty simple. It's so simple that most women just don't get it. Why? Because they've been indoctrinated into this culture of I am woman, hear me roar. They've been indoctrinated into a culture of women are equal to men, right? Which I understand that to a certain extent. It is true, right? From an equal rights standpoint, men and women are the same. And we always should have been, right? But when it comes to our biology, when we look at the biological differences between men and women, there's a huge difference, right? I have a penis and you ladies have a vagina, right? There's a difference right there. Are we the same? Do we have the same body parts? No, we're not the same biologically. But as far as equal rights go, we have the same equal rights. No problem, right? But besides that, when women are indoctrinated to believe that men and women are biologically equal, that's not a true statement. It's not. And I'm not saying that men or women are biologically better than each other, but we're not equal. We're just not the same. We are built biologically differently. And because women nowadays have been indoctrinated into, we're the same all around, right? To the point of where women start believing that, hey, maybe we wish we did have a penis, right? And so what happens? Because women have been indoctrinated into this culture, right? This social stigma of we're the same as men, women start acting like men. And when they come across men like me, I do consider myself a high value man, and I'll explain that in just a little bit. When they come across a high value man like me, behaving that way, it turns me off because I'm not attracted to women that behave masculine. I'm attracted to women that behave all sweet and feminine and nurturing, right? I've got the rough masculinity. I've got the tiger in me, right? I need the woman to balance that out. And I can balance out the woman on the flip side, right? All right, I'm going to let this person pass by. Some people are still wearing masks, even though most people are vaccinated now. There's still technically a mask mandate here in California, but I'm not worried about it. They say even after your first vaccination, With Pfizer, you're protected pretty well. Not completely, but you are protected pretty good. Once you get the second one, I think you're like 95 to 97% protected or something like that. It doesn't mean you can't get it. It means that even if you do get it, your body's going to be able to fight it off a lot better with the vaccine. And there is a certain level of preventative protection with the vaccine. I'm going to go down a little bit more, and then I'm going to pull up to the side and I'll read the chat. You folks enjoying the show so far today? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you're enjoying the show so far, please. No joke. Yeah, it feels good. Like I'm really powering through this walk. I feel incredible. I feel like I have boundless amounts of energy right now. Like I said, my pinched nerve is almost healed. It's like 99+% healed. I still feel it a little bit, but not that much. I think after a few more walks, physical therapy stretches, and Epsom salt baths, I'm going to be good to go, good to rock and roll. I'm going to try to be even more careful from here on out so I don't re-aggravate it, because let me tell you, you get a pinched nerve, it sucks, especially the first couple of months, or a month or so at least. It's horrible. You can barely walk. Your nerve is so pinched, it screws up your ability to move. Let me just pull up the side here real quick and check out the chat. Actually, I'm going to come over here by the shade. There's a shady part over here by the tree, so I can see the screen easier. $15 people in the box, 6 thumbs up. Let me see here. To find any good music, you would have to go to music apps to find it, says Queen. Sure. Riff says, right now deaf people are the most fortunate people on YouTube, sincerely. Thanks, Riff. Riff is saying jump, 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 jump. Right. Van Halen, right, Riff? Are you systematic, hydromatic? Are you just greased lightning? That's good, Riff. That's great, man. Betty Bunn, I mean. I felt great after my second dose. Okay, that's cool. That's good to hear. Riff says, seriously though, this gender war isms and identity wars are all in people's heads. We're all infinite awareness inhabiting meat bags. What the meat bag looks like is totally irrelevant. That's true, Riff. Got news for you, Eli. Got all 3,000 plus emails on Fauci. And so does millions of other people. Yeah, I'm not that fond of Fauci right now myself, to be honest with you. I never really was. There was always something off about Fauci, right? Yeah, I'm not a big Fauci fan. He seems kind of shady in my opinion. This is my opinion. Betty says, I think here until dose 3, you're supposed to wear a mask indoors, outdoors. Dose 3. There aren't 2 doses here in the States. Where are you from, Betty Bunn? And 3 doses? Oops, forgot the second N, says Queen. Okay, no problem. At Queen Helen Casey, do they know for sure how the virus started? Betty said, or Queen says, that Betty, yes, they know, and they've been lying about it for over a year. Okay, that's their opinion on that. Who gets 3 doses, says Princess Peach. Right, I understand. I meant 2 doses. I meant dose 2, sorry. Yeah, I mean, there are only 2 doses. Pfizer has 2 doses. I believe Moderna has 2 doses. And Johnson & Johnson, I believe, is the only one that has a single dose. But the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, from what I've heard, is the least effective and has had some issues with people passing, right? But it's not a large amount of people. So I was, debating, okay, which one do I want to go with? Do I want to go with Pfizer or Moderna, right? And I believe Pfizer was the first one that was working on a vaccine. And that's the one that my mother and brother took, and they felt fine. So I decided to go with Pfizer. But I'll tell you, after when did I get it? On Tuesday? Not Tuesday, sorry, Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's been like 3 days since I got it. And I actually feel really good now. I feel great. So there is some water here today. You tell me, folks. Although, like I said in the past, these live streams on YouTube are only 720p max because the iPhone 12 Pro Max has such a great front camera now, and back cameras, but even the front camera is great. Even the 720p looks amazing and sharp, as long as the reception is good, right? What do you folks think? Does it look pretty good or what? I'm just curious to get your opinion. A lot of beautiful homes in the area here. Private property violators are subject to prosecution. Yeah, we're not gonna show up, right? What do they call it on YouTube? Why don't you pull up or shut up, right? I would love for someone to pull up, right now on the trail. Hey, GLM, if you're watching, why don't you come do a walk with me? Look how beautiful it is out here. You can come hang out. We'll do a walking with purpose together. Seriously. Friends only, GLM. I don't see you in that way, and I know you don't see me in that way. And heck, I'd even buy you lunch, just as friends, GLM. Get it? I'm sure she's still watching. She loves this stuff. All these people, they get emotionally attached. Even if they don't like you as a creator, they get emotionally attached to watching you, right? It's all good. Over there is the San Mateo Bridge. It's beautiful. I can't believe how fast I powered through the first 2 miles of the walk. Where are we at? We're at 32 minutes. Yeah, I've been actually going about 20-minute miles, which is pretty quick while I do a stream. When I'm not streaming, I can walk a lot faster. But when I'm streaming, I stop, look at the chat, all of that. But I don't know. I'm feeling amazing. I think that the Pfizer vaccine gave me some kind of kick or something. I know for a fact I never had the virus. But this vaccine has I think that's supercharged me or turbocharged me more than I naturally already am. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go out here, but I've been out to this area before. It goes out a little bit so you get a little bit of a better view. It's amazing. Yeah, these homes are pretty nice out here. Not cheap. Multi-million-dollar homes. Multi-million-dollar homes. Big homes. Can you folks still hear me? I can't even talk. Can you folks still hear me okay? How's the wind suppression? I'm sure you could hear a little bit of wind every now and then, but you can hear me pretty clearly, right? Whew. So, let's talk about what is a high-value man, and do you have to be a billionaire to be a high-value man? Like Riff Magos was saying, yesterday on my stream, women want billionaires, which to a certain extent is true. There are some women that are that superficial that will only date millionaires and billionaires. But when you hear the phrase high value man, do you have to be extremely rich to be considered high value man? In my opinion, absolutely not. But do you have to be at least in a good place financially and be financially secure and stable and be able to live a decent life? Yes. You don't have to be a millionaire, right? You're making, depending on where you live, like if you live in an area where like BWIA Gaming lives, no disrespect, nice place, but much cheaper than out here, and you're a man that makes 70, 80 grand a year in that area, or even 100K, you're doing quite well. You're a high value man on that aspect, right? Here in the Bay Area, you need to be making at least, to be considered a high value man, at least 150, 200, right? Maybe a little bit more than that, right? So it's different in this area because the cost of living is 3 times higher than anywhere else, right? But in addition to making a decent amount of money to the point of where you don't have to be rich and be a multimillionaire, but you have to be able to afford your lifestyle, whether you rent an apartment, a nice apartment, or you have a mortgage on a house, you have a decent car to get around, right? And in addition, being a high value man is taking care of your body. And this is one aspect where most men fail at, right? Because most men that are successful put in so much energy to make money. They work so many hours, they never take time to get out and exercise and keep themselves healthy and fit. I will tell you, if you are a man that makes an average income, meaning a decent income to be able to, afford a decent lifestyle, right? And you're in decent shape, you're not overweight, and you take care of yourself, and you look good, you're considered a high value man, right? So do I consider myself a high value man? Yes, even though I live in the Bay Area and it's expensive here, okay. I make enough money to survive, I'm doing all right, and I continue to build my net worth each and every year. I also take care of myself, I exercise, I eat right. I'm 47 years old, I groom myself right, okay? I take care of myself. When you compare me to, and I'm not trying to compare myself, I'm just saying, when you compare me to, let's say, another person making the same amount of money, but they're 50, 60 pounds overweight, and their beard is not groomed, there's a lot of gray in it. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a little bit of gray, but I use just for men. So I take great pride in taking care of myself and looking as young as possible, even at my age. I take pride in that, right? So when you compare myself to another guy making similar money that's 60 pounds overweight and has an overgrown beard, lots of gray in it, right? If you put us side by side in front of an attractive, decent woman that takes care of herself and, does well in her career, who do you think she would pick, right? So that's what a high value man is. A high value man, again, does not only necessarily have to do with how much money the guy makes. It has to do with how well he takes care of himself. It also has to do with how he behaves. Does he have emotional self-control? Is he cool, calm, and collective? Okay? Is he charming? Is he witty? Does he take everything seriously? Or does he know when to take things seriously and when to have fun and keep things lighthearted, right? That's a high value man. So that's the typical type of man that most of these women nowadays are attracted to, right? But what happens when I encounter these women, right? And they're interested in getting to know me, right? And most of the time, I eliminate them, right? Why do I eliminate them? It's one reason. It always boils down to this one reason. These women are exuding more masculine energy than feminine energy. And I said it before, I'll say it again. Women have equal rights, and I respect women, and most men that understand this respect women for having equal rights. What we don't like about the modern day woman is a modern day woman that tries to act like she has a penis when she doesn't. There's nothing feminine about a woman being aggressive and snarky with a man. That's masculine energy. Women back in the days of traditionalism would not behave that way, because if they did, they wouldn't survive. So they were nice and sweet because they wanted to attract a man to protect them and for survival and all that, right? But nowadays, because women are independent, making their own money, a lot of them have tried to flip the game. And then when you call them out on this, when you call women out on this, they get really super triggered. Really super triggered. I'm going to pull off to this side because some people are coming. I'll check out the chat. Let me see what's going on in here. The second one may make you more tired. That's what I heard. And a bit achy for a couple days. That's the most common reaction. It means it's working. Yeah. Queen says, I refuse the experimental drug because I'm not going to die for a stupid government. I don't think you would die, Queen, but that's your opinion. I get it. Betty says, I like gray on the man. Okay. Princess Peach says, I have never been into vain men. Okay, what do you mean by vain men? Let me know what you mean by that. So that's the thing. When you talk to modern women, especially women in their 20s, right? Women in their 20s nowadays, those are their prime years. When a woman turns 18 and becomes an adult, up until the time she's in her late 20s before she turns 30, and a lot of women still look good in their 30s, but they look their best in their late teens, early 20s, right? And mid 20s up throughout their 20s, right? So for 18 to 29-year-olds that are in good shape and good-looking women, during that point, women are highly marketable as sex symbols. This is with no disrespect. This is just a fact, right? So what I'm noticing a lot of women are doing nowadays during their 20s is whether they have a regular job or not, they have some side gig either online or in real life that's marketing their their looks, regardless of what it may be. Some of it legal, some of it illegal, right? The stuff that's online, that's, done by video is perfectly legal. The stuff that's done in person, if you take it to an intimate level for money, that's against the law, right? And I'm not saying that all women do that, but some do. Got some people coming in a big group, and they're waiting for me to pass on by. We're almost at the end. Look at this view. Look at how trim this is. They came in here and did maintenance. And when this is maintained, when they come in here and do maintenance until it grows back, I mean, the views are spectacular. You tell me. I don't recall this ever being this trim. This is absolutely beautiful. So, during this period of time, in my opinion, women are either in college or they're in college and they're doing these side gigs, right? And they're young, so they're trying to take advantage of themselves being marketable until they get to a point where, I'm not saying that women in their 30s don't look good. Some do, right? But let's just face it. This is how biology works. Women look the best, throughout, their teens and 20s. I'm going to pull over here to let these people pass on by. And again, I think there are plenty of women that are sexy in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, but the bottom line is, it's the youthful look that's attractive to most men, right? Give me a second here, folks. So even if women are seeking a high value man during this time, because of what they're doing and, exuding more masculine energy and working in fields where, they're using their body, and their looks to make money, I'll tell you honestly, a man like me would be super turned off by that. Like, why would I want to be with a woman that's showing off her body to thousands of men on the internet to make money? Now, if a woman wants to do that, it's legal to do it, right? If a woman wants to do that, it's her prerogative. And I'm not going to kick her down for doing that. But I'm also not going to date or commit to a woman like that. Like, I just don't want to be romantically involved in any way, shape, or form with a woman like that. But it's up to them what they want to do, right? So you have to also look at it, ladies. If you're going to choose to do things in your late teens and early 20s and throughout your 20s when you look the hottest, to market yourselves and make money, those are the years also when you bring the highest value to a high value man. Rick, does that make sense to you, bro? Do you see what I'm saying? It's this whole world of women being liberated, which is fine, right? It's this whole world of women being liberated that's causing this. And that's why they say, and it's pretty windy here. I'm just waiting for some people to walk on by. Can you folks still hear me okay? It's very windy around this spot, but it's beautiful. And that's why they say, Riff and everyone else, that, hey, you almost have to choose what you want as a woman once you finish high school. Do you want to be career focused, or do you want to be relationship focused or family focused, right? And I've seen women try to balance both, and it's an epic failure. It's not easy to balance both. It's not, right? But see, these are certain things. These are actually, these are many things that to me would turn me off about wanting to be with a woman like this. As a high value man, I would stay clear from women like this, no matter how sexy and attractive they are, no matter how much money they're making, right? Because if they're making that amount of money, I have to ask them, what are they doing to make that money? And are they trustworthy and reputable? Are they the type of woman that I could bring home to the family, right? Are they the type of woman that's going to be loyal and faithful, or are they just going to get with me for a little while and then extract as many of my resources as possible and then leave, right? That's what you're up against nowadays, right? And it's all because of the social stigma, these women empowerment groups, what women see on TV through shows like The View. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ladies, we don't need a man for anything, right? Yeah. Sure. Give me a second, let me check out the chat. Lewis says, I just shared your stream out. Thank you, Lewis. You can die from any drug, but yes, there's a small risk with the vaccine. Of course there is. Of course there is. All right, let's continue. It's absolutely beautiful. So what it's going to take for a woman to, get and keep a high value man? Number one, be feminine, be sweet, be kind, be loving. Now, don't be a doormat. No one's telling you, ladies, to not stand up for yourselves if necessary. But if a guy is being good to you, then don't be all bitchy to him. Don't do that. Be cool, right? And be communicative, be loyal, be faithful. Check in constantly with your man so he doesn't have to feel like you're out astray. Because let me tell you something. One of the best things about being with Dana was that she would check in with me twice a day. And I was totally cool with that. I looked forward to it. I never told her to do it. And if she didn't do it for one day, it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't have bothered me, but she never missed a day. She would text me in the morning, we would talk at night, and then on the weekends and other times when we would see each other, we were together in person, right? You want to get and keep a high value man? Communicate with him regularly. You reach out to him first. Make the effort. Go out of your way to show him that you're not cheating on him, you're not doing anything stupid, and that you love him and respect him, right? That's the way to get and keep a high value man. Because high value men are also smart, intelligent men, and they understand female nature. And we won't allow any woman to take advantage of us in this way, right? We'll just walk away because we know the game. We understand your game, and we'll just eliminate ourselves before you take our resources and then eliminate us, right? That's the truth. That's all it takes. We're at the end here. We're at about the 2-mile mark. I'm gonna keep it here, folks, the rest of the way. I know there aren't a lot of people here right now, which is fine. But we're just gonna keep it here. A little birdie there. Hey, birdie. And look at the other side over there. Such a beautiful area, Redwood Shores. And then these people on the internet say Redwood City is a crappy place to live in. There are nice parts and not so nice parts of every area. But tell me that you wouldn't want to live in this area. The breeze is amazing. Here's the other view, or the view from the other side. You tell me. Can you see this clearly, Queen, BWIA, Riff, anyone else who's here? Let me know. Am I still coming through okay? I have always been bitchy, says Queen. Well, that's why you're divorced, Queen. No disrespect. That's funny, Queen. Hang on. Let me just get a Halls drop. Give me a second here. All right. We're almost set. Yes, I can see it, says Queen. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right. Let's start heading back. Let's start heading back. So, that's everything I wanted to say about, ladies, here's what it takes to get a high value man. And I also explained what I feel a high value man is. And again, like I said earlier, a high value man is not someone that's necessarily rich. You don't have to be rich. You just have to be in a good financial position. There are a lot of men that are considered middle class that are in a good financial position. They're not rich, but they're not poor either, right? If you're poor, you're not a high value man. But middle class men, in my opinion, that are doing well and, you know, have their own stuff, you're a high value man. You are. Absolutely. Let's see. So, we've got about probably about 45, 50 minutes till we get back. I'd be happy to keep the stream going. If anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, if there's anything else you want me to talk about, I mean, I have a lot of stuff I could talk about, but, you know, I could save it for another time and kill this or keep it going. I can keep it going for another 45 minutes. So you folks tell me, what is on your mind? And, you know, what would you like to talk about? What do you need help with? I'm going to ask you folks a question I used to ask people when I ran in-person networking events. I used to ask them, what can I do to help you move your business forward? In this case, what can I do to help you move your YouTube channel forward or help your life move forward in any way, shape, or form at a business or personal level? This is what I see as I walk by. You see the fence there? It does not get any better than this. It does not. Has some electrical towers there. Now, there are a bunch of side trails to get to this trail here. And I've done like an 8 to 10 mile hike around Redwood City through the what do you call it? Through the industrial part of Redwood City, like the undeveloped part. It's pretty cool. I'm just going to show you this a little bit here. People have been very nice today. There's some people walking on the side trail over there. There's a jackrabbit right there. I don't know if you saw it. That's a foot tall jackrabbit. That's a big jackrabbit. Wow. That's a huge jackrabbit. What's up, Jack? So you see that over there? That's a side trail. You can go out that way and head up to some other trails. I mean, the Bay Area has lots and lots of hiking, lots of great hiking trails around here. Just amazing. So here it is. Public access. Many ways. You can go that way. You can go that way. And there are homes right alongside the water. It's just beautiful. There's a woman coming. I'm going to pull up to the side here for a second. It's a very, very, very thin woman. Like she was literally toothpick thin. Probably a little too thin for me. When I was younger, I liked them like toothpick thin, but not anymore. I like a little bit of meat now. But not too much meat, you know what I mean? A little bit to grab onto is good, right? Proportionate, right? It's all good. Let's see. Hey, WrestleMania's in the house. Queen says, "Don't worry, the rabbit is not going to hurt you." I know about jackrabbits. That was a jackrabbit, Queen. Hey, Jamie WrestleMania. Hey, Elias. Taking a break from editing my father's memorial video for his funeral this Friday. Had to take a little break to say a quick hello. This is the most trying video I've ever tried to do. Let me ask you, Jamie. Do you do your videos in 1080p or 4K? What kind of machine do you have? I don't know if you heard, Jamie. I ordered a new laptop from Dell. And it should be arriving within a few weeks. It's in production right now. It's a Dell XPS 15 9500 with an i9 8-core 16-thread processor at 5.3 gigahertz, 4 gig NVIDIA graphics card, which is not bad for a laptop. I know they're bigger on a desktop. 64 gigs of DDR4 2933 megahertz RAM, 64 gigs of RAM, a 2 terabyte NVMe M.2 solid state hard drive, fastest hard drive you can get, and a 4K touchscreen monitor. It's a 16 by 10 monitor, which gives you a little more space, which is cool for like editing. It's 3840 by 2400 resolution, native on the monitor. And it's just an incredible unit. I can't wait to get it and do 4K video at 60 frames per second, super fast. But I mean, it sounds like you have a pretty good machine that can render things out pretty quickly. I'm sure you have at least an i7, maybe an i9. Just kind of wondering. Parental loss is hard. Where was that mentioned, Princess Peach? Oh, you're talking about WrestleMania's father. And where's my head? I'm too happy today to realize to give my condolences to Jamie, aka WrestleMania's father. I'm sorry, man. I'm a little too excited today. My condolences to you and your family and your friends and everyone that knew your father and cared for your father. You all know I lost my father a little over 12 years ago, and it was a pretty sad day. But I'm sure Jamie WrestleMania lives in the memory of his father and probably is a spitting image of his father like I was. You know, my dad's name was Dimitri, which is my middle name, Elias Dimitri Melas. Yes, I'll dox myself all day long. I'm a professional. All professionals dox themselves, right? Yeah. I live in the memory of Dimitri. Thank you for the condolences. You're welcome. Great computer. You win. I'm not trying to win, bro. But I do my standard videos in 4K, but my hashtag shorts I have to do in 1080p due to the aspect ratio. Actually, Jamie, I've actually done one short video on my channel in 4K. Even on my current laptop, it it took me a couple hours to render out even a actually, what was it? It took me like an hour to render a 1-minute short video at 4K on my current laptop with an older i7 quad core, 3.1 gigahertz. But you can do it. You can do it. I don't know if you use Premiere to create your shorts. If you I don't use the shorts camera to create my shorts. I use Filmic Pro, the app, to record them from my phone, and then I put them in Adobe Premiere Pro. And then what you can do is change the height and the width. Instead of 3840 by 2160, which is 4K at UHD, ultra high definition, you can do 2160 by 3840, and it'll orient it the right way, and then you can do it. So it does work, but it also takes longer for YouTube to process the 4K video. Like 1080p, when I do it at 4K and 60, the 1080p 60 will process within 30 minutes, and then the 4K for a 1-minute video takes like 3 or 4 hours to process, even just for a 1-minute video. But is it even worth it, Jamie, to go 4K on a shorts video? Like, do we really even need that much resolution on a short video, right? You know what I mean? Yes, I look a lot like my father. He used to joke that I look more like our old neighbor. My mother never thought that was very funny. LOL. That's cool, man. Yeah. You know, I have one younger brother, Jamie, 15 months younger than me, and I took after my father, and my brother took after my mother. And it's funny. I not only look like my father, I have my father's attitude. And my brother not only looks more like my mother, but he took after her personality. My brother's a cool guy, right? But he can be a little whiny female dog at times, right? And that's okay. He has his moments. He's a man, don't get me wrong. But my brother can be a bit more emotional than I would typically get most of the time. Excuse me. Anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit dry over here. Still nice. Well, it's great to catch up with you, Jamie. I know you probably got to get back to work soon on the video, but it's really nice to have you stop on by. And at some point down the road, Jamie, once everything gets settled in, I'm still looking to work with you on some projects and many other people. We've all had so much going on. But at some point, you know, it would be really nice to reconnect with the good people that we met out here on YouTube as far back as 4 years ago in some cases, and really start working together and creating some positive, good content. I gotta say, I guess I'll take the last part of this stream and I'm just gonna freestyle and just kind of share my feelings about just a lot of things I've seen lately on YouTube and social media, and I've kind of been talking about it a little bit, but I'm just gonna go into depth because I'm just really saddened by all the drama. I'm just tired of all the drama, the BS, the games, people instigating drama just to make content out of it, people pretending to be something that they're not to try to gain relevancy and traction. And the funny thing is, what really gets to me is that some people that should have never been successful ended up being successful for a few years because they found a loophole of how to appear relevant by attacking other YouTubers and making content off of them and selling it to their audience. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad the level that many people have stooped down towards out here on this YouTube platform and just social media in general, just to seek out relevancy, gain traction, and make money. And the thing that bothers me the most is that many people nowadays have no morals, values, and ethics. When it comes to making money, they don't care. They'll do whatever it takes to make money, no matter what they have to do, no matter what principles it violates, right? Some people, no matter what laws they break, they'll do whatever it takes to make money. Like I've said before, I'll say it again. I am one that will never make money in a funny way or illegal way. I just wouldn't feel good about it. Even if I could get away with it, I wouldn't feel good about it. What makes me feel good is earning my money legitimately. And there are going to be good days and bad days, and some days will be better than others, right? And I've always been the kind of guy, I would rather make no money on any given day than make funny money. What's the temperature degrees in your area? It was around 70 something when I left my car. It's probably about 70 degrees here, 68. That's because it's windy, excuse me. That's because it's windy here and the wind is coming off the water, so I'm not sweating or overheated. But if it wasn't for the wind, it'd probably be about 75 or 80 degrees. At least now the sun is shining right on me. And I'm well protected because I got a little sunburned the other day. I'm wearing, long sleeves, got my hat to protect my head. And so it's pretty good. But yeah, can you tell the weather's pretty nice, huh? Wow, 90 degrees in Pennsylvania. No, Redwood City has climate best by government test. I mean, we do get days here in the summer that are 90 and 100 degrees, but it's rare. It's like maybe 1 or 2 weeks out of the summer it gets that hot, right? But the average weather, the average high during the summer in Redwood City is somewhere around 70 to 79 degrees. And that's because we live in one of the best microclimates in the world, I mean. So if you look way over there, that's the SF Bay, where the bridge is. I don't know if you can see it. I can't zoom in on the YouTube app. So you have the SF Bay, you know, on that side. And if you go all the way west, which I'm about maybe 15 miles or so, 15 to 20 miles east of the coast. So when you go west, you hit the Pacific coast. That's the Pacific Ocean. So you have the SF Bay on one side and the Pacific Ocean on the other side. And you have a cross microclimate, right? So when it's 100 degrees in the Central Valley, 100 miles away or 80 miles away, it's only like 80 to 85 degrees out here because we have that microclimate that's cooling off the heat. So right now, this microclimate is keeping me from sweating. Like, as you can see, like, look, let me know if you can see. Can you see how windy it is? I don't know if you can tell. Let me know if you can actually see how windy it is, right? Maybe you can tell it right here. What's going on, True Hurts? What's going on? Let WrestleMania, those 90-degree weather are killers. 70 is nice, says Princess Peach. We got that. Excuse me, folks. My throat's been a little dry lately because of the pollen. It's a high pollen season. My allergies. So pardon me for clearing my throat every now and then. Yes, I really need to get back to doing the tribute video. Have a great stream. Bye all. Thank you, WrestleMania. Have a good one, man. Talk to you later. Yes, says Princess Peach. All right, let's keep moving forward here and head back. So keep those questions coming in, folks, and I'll keep the stream going. I've got about another 25, 30 minutes or so to go before I'm back at my car. Just show you some of the views from this side as we head back. And some of the homes over here. Just a beautiful, beautiful and very safe neighborhood. That's why downtown we have that sign that says Redwood City Climate Best by Government Test. Redwood City has the #1 climate in the US and the 3rd best climate in the entire world. Look it up online. Very, very windy right now, so I don't know if you folks can hear any wind noise. This thing does a pretty good job blocking out most of the noise. Look at how beautiful this view is from right here. You tell me. Let's pan over here. Look at the sun. The auto exposure should take care of it, so you should be able to see it. Let's head back. Oh yeah. All right. Not a whole lot of people on right now. We only have 4 people on, so I may just kill the stream. I think I'm going to do that. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Like I mentioned earlier on my former stream, go back and check out my stream that I did earlier from the studio. I'm really looking to reconnect with as many people as possible. You know, a lot of the good people that I met through networking and throughout many various growth streams out here on YouTube. So if you'd like to reconnect, send me an email, Coach Eli at coacheli.com. Send me the link to your main channel. And if you're blocked here, I will be happy to unblock you and be happy to welcome you back, just as long as, you know, hey, you realize we've moved forward and we're looking forward to creating positive greatness now. With that being said, folks, have yourselves a great day. I'll see you all next time, more than likely tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. We're out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.